Well, hello everyone, Randy here from the Funnel Cake blog. We are here today at Knott's Berry Farm. There goes Ghost Rider to give you some tips and locations of everything taking place here at the 50th Knott's Scary Farm. We're celebrating 50 years, and we're going to start out here at the Legacy store, which is in the marketplace right next to Ghost Rider making all that noise. Now, during regular park hours, the store is open right there through that door on the side in this little courtyard. There is no admission charge. All you need to do is go in. There are a ton of legacy items in there for sale, tons of props and photo opportunities, so you can go in during normal park hours. Now, when Scary Farm is taking place, that front door will be closed and you have to enter through a backstage access that they built right behind Ghost Rider there. No charge to go in, of course, during Scary Farm, but you do need a Scary Farm ticket. So regular park hours, come in through here, and it may close an hour or two before Scary Farm starts. But if you want that legacy merchandise, come on in here into the Legacy store. If you walk past the front door and it's locked, that's because the entrance is over here. Now let's head into the park and see where all the mazes are, where the shows are going to be, and where the scare zones are. If you're coming to Scary Farm, I highly recommend doing the pre-scare buffet. It gets you in the park early, plus a delicious all-you-can-eat dinner. Now, if you do the pre-scare buffet, depending on what day you come, you can either select a 4:30, 5:30, or 6 o'clock time. And I recommend doing the earliest time as possible to give you more time before the park opens. So you're going to check in right back here by the back entrance of the Mrs. Knott's Chicken Dinner Restaurant, right across from the Build-A-Bear. So for your admission cost to the buffet, you still need a park ticket. So you need a park ticket and your buffet ticket. You get an all-you-can-eat meal. You get in early, and you're either going to eat here in the banquet room of Mrs. Knott's or in what was Spurs inside the park, which is now Mrs. Murphy's. You're going to get a souvenir bottle for soda refills all night. You get exclusive meet and greet time with the monsters and a photo. And then you get into the back four mazes back behind Ghost Rider early, starting at 6:30. So you get into Waxworks, Bloodline, Dark Entities, which is the last year for Dark Entities. And then also, what was the other one? The depths. So you get into those four mazes at 6:30. If you time it right, you can do all four before 7 o'clock when the park opens to general guests. And at 6:30, they have a little ceremony at the back gates behind the exit of Ghost Rider when they open up for those mazes. So you don't want to miss that. So it's a really good deal. So you get the food and the early entry, exclusive time, and then you can be the first ones in. So I recommend that. So they'll pick for you either Mrs. Knott's or the old Spurs location. The food is basically the same, and you still get in early. Now, if you do the hotel, you get a buffet if you purchase one of those packages at the hotel, and you also get in early through the same entrance right back here. If you're coming in for pre-scare buffet, this will be your entrance. You'll check in right over there, whether you're going to Spurs or Mrs. Knott's Chicken Dinner Restaurant. And again, they'll assign that to you. You don't pick that, and it doesn't really make a difference because you end up in the same place. They'll let you in right through those two big doors back there. You'll go to your right, and we'll show you where you come out right by the exit of Ghost Rider. So this will be your security entrance, security screening for pre-scare buffet. If you're doing it here at the park, or if you have the hotel package with the early entry, you're going to go through here. Do not go to the front of the park. What I also forgot to mention with pre-scare buffet is that Ghost Rider opens usually between like 5:30 and 6. So after you're done eating and before you go to the early entry for the mazes, you can go ride Ghost Rider, usually with zero wait. And for reference, those mazes are right back there behind the exit of Ghost Rider. So when you come in for the pre-scare buffet, you come in through this backstage area by Ghost Rider, and these gates will open up for those four early mazes, and there'll be a little rope drop ceremony here. And again, this is the Depths, Dark Entities, Bloodline, and Waxworks.
Let's take a look at the ticket options available for Scary Farm 2023. The first are single night general admission tickets, which start at $59.99. Pass holders receive a discount. Those tickets start at $54.99. If you're not doing the pre-scare buffet and would think you'd like to have dinner during your visit, the admission and meal bundle is your best deal. That starts at $74.99, includes single night admission and a select entree and side from the Scary Good menu, plus a regular size fountain drink. The nightly all-inclusive ticket starts at $199, includes single night admission, a select entree and side from the Scary Good menu, a regular size fountain drink, fright and fast lane, plus general vehicle parking. Want to cut down your wait in line? Add on the fright and fast lane to your ticket. Starts at $145 and includes priority access to all mazes and priority boarding on select rides. Think you're going to visit more than once? Then the 2023 Scary Farm Pass is probably your best deal. It provides unlimited admission to Knott's Scary Farm throughout the season. We discussed the Scary Farm Buffet. Tickets start at $45 and includes that all-you-can-eat dinner, the souvenir bottle, photo with a monster, and early access to select mazes. If you are not doing the pre-scare buffet, you're going to use the main entrance on Beach Boulevard. Note, on busy days, the western entrance may also be open on the backside of the park.
When you come in for pre-scare buffet, they're going to hold you right there in front of the Ghost Rider entrance. There'll be a rope, and when you come in for general admission, they're going to hold you right back there. And then when the rope drop happens, all the monsters come straight down Main Street. Right at the entrance to the park is the wagon camp, and returning this year is the Hanging Uncanceled. It is Knott's signature Halloween show. They took a break for a couple years. It used to be on the main stage. This year it is back for the 50th. And it'll be here in the wagon camp. And don't forget, there are 2 entrances to the wagon camp. There's one on the other side also, under Silver Bullet. So this is going to be a very popular show that'll probably be full every showtime. So not sure if they're going to use this entrance or the other. But make sure to check the Knott's app and the event guide to see when this is taking place, because you do not want to miss it. It is a comedy pop culture stunt show. We're here on Main Street in Ghost Town, and this is Fog Alley. It'll be completely dark with fog. They'll put a net over the street. This is the best part of Scary Farm. And one of the first years of Scary Farm 50 years ago, they put monsters into these peekins. And to celebrate the 50th, they've put not real people, but there are some props inside. So make sure you check in every one of these peekins here in Ghost Town. We are in Gold Trails. I want to let you know about the chaperone policy. Any guest 15 and younger after 4 p.m. at Knott's must be accompanied by a guest 21 and older. So no unaccompanied minors or teenagers under 15. And they also have a bag policy, and let me read that for you. Knott's Scary Farm bag policy: clear plastic bags smaller than 12 by 12 by 6, as well as non-clear wristlets or clutches no larger than 5 by 8 by 2 are allowed in the Scary Farm. And all bags are subject to search, of course. So this is slightly under 12 inches. I think it was like 11 something. So this is what you're going to need, and the bottom must be clear as well. So look for a clear bag. And these are for sale around the park if you come beforehand. And they are $16.99. Not new for Scary Farm, but make sure you check in the Boot Hill Undertaker there for a little surprise too. A Scary Farm favorite is returning in the Birdcage. Dr. Cleaver returns for some hijinks. So there are 4 shows this year. We showed you the first up at the wagon camp is the Hanging Uncanceled. Second show here in the Birdcage is Dr. Cleaver returns. We'll show you where the other 2 are. Let's keep going. Knott's, hands down, has the best decor and landscaping of any park. Disney wishes it looks this good at Halloween, and it's not complete. We're here before the event starts, and there's cobwebs and additional decorations that are going to go up. Here in the Wilderness Dance Hall, this is Origins, and this tells the story of Sarah Marshall and how she became cursed and her revenge on the town of Calico for branding her as a witch. This is one of my favorites, and we actually did a walkthrough on preview night with the lights on. It was fantastic. This is one of my favorites, so this is a returning maze. So you'll exit Origins right over there, across from Calico River Rapids. And then you'll head over to Grimoire, which is right over here. And they've done an amazing job this year on the decor. Location for the Grimoire is here at the old Mystery Lodge. When you exit Origins, you'll come out directly across from the line to the Grimoire. You'll start in the old queue for the Mystery Lodge and work your way back through. You'll come out the exit right to the side of the gift shop. And while you're waiting in line, check out all the pumpkins and decor over here. There's even some skeleton ducks over there on the rocks. And a big creepy spider. Let's take a look at that. Where Whittles is back there is the entrance to the Grimoire, as we mentioned, and you'll exit right over here, outside the Mystery Lodge. If all the scary monsters aren't your thing, or if you have little ones, check out Knott's Spooky Farm, which is the daytime family-friendly Halloween event that takes place. That starts the Thursday after Scary Farm starts. And it's worth a visit also because the Bob Baker marionettes will be in the birdcage. There are other shows, trick-or-treating in Ghost Town. Variety of fun things to do that are family friendly for Halloween. Somebody is very excited for the 50th Scary Farm. Look at him. Our next scare zone could be accessed from multiple different locations. One here, the tunnel near Silver Bullet and the train. This is Forsaken Lake. You can also access it from the Camp Snoopy side and then from Fiesta Village. And this is kind of a New Orleans theme. Really cool. And I know they put up some new props this year. Let's go wander through. So here we are in Forsaken Lake. This is a pretty big scare zone because it encompasses all of Mission Trail here and the Silver Bullet Midway. And in years past, there has been an unpublished show that is a funeral procession from one end of the scare zone to the next. Now I know they put up new props on the other side by Camp Snoopy, so we're not sure what's going to happen this year, but watch out for that. New this year are the props behind this wall. It looks like a glass house, definitely something for Forsaken Lake, something New Orleans, Bayou, Louisiana looking, and all of this is Forsaken Lake. Behind these gates at the entrance to the park, at the entrance to Camp Snoopy, will be the Chilling Chambers, which pays homage to the 10 Chilling Chambers, which was the first walk-through haunted attraction here at Knott's in 1977. And this you can see from the stagecoach too, but we're gonna wait until Thursday to not ruin the surprise. And we'll show you where you exit over by the Camp Snoopy stage. Next to the Camp Snoopy Theater, which is currently under construction, so there is no show in there for Spooky Farm this year, will be the exit to the Chilling Chambers into the Gauntlet, which is a returning scare zone from years past. This will be the first year back for the Gauntlet here in Camp Snoopy. The scare zone that was here before was the Hollow, and they used to have some pop-up shows with some of the characters, so we're assuming that's what's going to happen here. There is no scare zone or mazes in Fiesta Village, but it is decorated for Dia de los Muertos. They have decorated the front of Jaguar's Temple with some bones and cauldrons. And during Calle Celebracion, during the summer, they had projections on the temple here. So hopefully they do that for Scary Farm, even though there is not an official scare zone back here. There are two Halloween ride overlays for Spooky Farm and Scary Farm. The first is the Timber Mountain Log Ride, which is the Halloween Hootenanny with music by Crazy Kirk. During the day, it's family friendly. At night, it's family friendly. So you could ride that and see all the decorations. And let's head over to the Mine Ride, which turns into the Calico Candy Mountain. And during the day, it's family friendly. It gets a little spookier at night, but no scary actors. Back here in Memory Lane is the Scare Zone, the Goring 20s. And there is a show up there in the Walter Knott Theater, Music, Monsters, and Mayhem. Very looking forward to that. And there is a maze inside the arcade. And I'm assuming the queue line is going to be somewhere back here on the railroad tracks. We'll show you where that is in the arcade. This whole scare zone back here is set in the 1920s Prohibition era. And the club, the Blind Tiger, is the door over there that you can ring the bell. Had been serving the Devil's Elixir, and strange things have been happening ever since. And the new maze this year, Room 13, is based on a hotel room and the bar and hotel where the Devil's Elixir came from. Out here on the streets, the monsters will be doing their thing in the Goring 20s on Memory Lane. And then up there at the Walter Knott Theater, you'll take the ramp up to see Monsters, Music, and Mayhem. And then you'll see there's a stage up there throughout the night, not listed on the show schedule, will be a band and dancers. Make sure you check them out. That's one of our favorite parts of Scary Farm. Inside the window here underneath the factory store, you see Kevin, that is Ride Op Kevin. He's first started working at Knott's back in 2020 as a ride op in Camp Snoopy when the rides weren't open. He's been here every year since in different departments. He's worked back in wardrobe backstage. He's been in the planter over there. This year he's working merchandise. You can follow him on Instagram at RideOpKevin. And inside the factory store here is a Into the Fog art show. There's a bunch of artwork created by Knott's associates, fans, and monsters. You can purchase the originals or purchase reprints, usually for about like $10 to $30 depending on the item. We'll go in and take a look really fast. New this year is the interactive lantern that you could purchase. There is 100 interactive moments throughout the farm during the day and at night, and interactive opportunities in the mazes themselves. Here is the Blind Tiger. Ring the bell.
Hey, Benny, there's somebody at the door.
What's the password?
We're here in the arcade underneath Fairy Tales. We believe this is going to be the exit to room 13, but we're not 100% sure. We think the entrance is actually in back of the arcade on the railroad tracks, but it hasn't been confirmed yet. But the maze is definitely in here underneath the Fairy Tales ride. Here on the Calico Mine stage is the Carnaval du Grotesque. It is a carnival music dance show, and I believe right here last year there was one of those big wheels that the acrobats walk on the outside. The Carnival Scare Zone is on the boardwalk, and they have all new decorations this year. These are brand new. This whole area will be filled with clowns. Just past the accelerator entry through the back gates there will be the Mesmer entrance to the Mesmer house. Kind of a magician themed maze, very cool. Right behind me in the Boardwalk Ballroom, which is now labeled Ghoul Time. And if you remember, the Ghoul Time Theater was the old Walter Knott Theater back in the day. It was the Charles Schultz, the John Wayne, the Good Time Theater. Back when Halloween Haunt or Scary Farm started, it was the Ghoul Time. So they're playing tribute to that. So that one is a brand new maze this year, Cinema Slasher. You'll enter the Midnight Theater, and can you survive the slasher's revenge as you go from horror movie to horror movie? Really looking forward to that one here.
The following is a list of rides expected to be open during Scary Farm. These include Ghost Rider, Silver Bullet, Pony Express, Calico River Rapids, the Calico Mine Ride, Timber Mountain Log Ride, Sierra Sidewinder, Jaguar, La Revolucion, Soul Spin, Hat Dance, Los Voladores, Dragon Swing, Supreme Scream, Accelerator, Sky Cabin, Wipeout, Coast Rider, Hang Time, Surfside Gliders, Pacific Scrambler, Hat Dance, Berry Tales, and the Wheeler Dealer bumper cars. Note, La Revolucion and Accelerator are currently closed with the reopen date not listed, but these rides have been open during Scary Farm in the past. This list is subject to change, of course, and availability. All of the ticket packages that we have mentioned are plus applicable taxes and fees. For up-to-date information, visit knottsscaryfarm.com, as the information and pricing here is subject to change.
That is it here from Knott. I hope this video was helpful for Scary Farm, showing you how to get in for early entry for pre-scare buffet, whether you're doing it at the hotel or in the park. We showed you where all the mazes are going to be, where all the scare zones are, and where all the shows are going to take place, some of the merchandise. If you have any questions about Scary Farm, go ahead and ask them down in the comments. We'll try to answer as quickly as we can. We come quite a bit. I've been coming every year since I can remember, and like 10 to 15 times per season, if not more. So we'll try to answer all those questions for you accurately and quickly. So go ahead and put them down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel for coverage from Knott Scary Farm and Halloween events all over Southern California. Turn on that notification bell and follow us on social media. We'll see you in the fog.